Maybe 2 seconds though, okay?
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's video conference presented by the National Hockey League and the NHL Players Association. Before we begin, as we always do, we want to send along our best to you and your families for good health. Today, in honor of Patriots Day, we bring together three men who grew up in and around the city of Boston and played their college hockey in and around Boston, where each began his journey to the NHL. So we welcome Kevin Hayes of the Philadelphia Flyers, Chris Kreider of the New York Rangers, and Chris Wagner of the Boston Bruins. Gentlemen, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, John.
All right. Before we get into the thrust of today's call, Chris Wagner, I'd like to turn it over to you. You lost a friend and a former teammate recently, and just tell us a little bit about Colby Cave.
Pretty much want to echo what everybody said. One of the best teammates I've ever been around. Really positive guy. One of the stories I've been telling is that we were kind of battling for a lineup spot, but sometimes there's some animosity between guys, but he was always rooting for me and I was rooting for him to stay in the lineup. And it just kind of speaks to the kid he was. Just meant well, worked really hard, quiet kid, but at the same time could relate with a lot of guys and just overall a great locker room guy too.
Yeah. Nobody seemed to have anything but great things to say about him. Just seemed to be a special guy.
For sure.
All right, let's go around and see how you guys are doing, where you are, who you're with, and how you're holding up. Chris Kreider, let's start with you.
Yeah, I'm outside of New York. I'm in Connecticut. Gives me an opportunity to get outside a little bit, but really haven't seen many people. Just kind of slowly losing my mind, trying to do things to keep busy.
Have you been able to take advantage of this to heal up?
Yeah, my foot feels good. Kev, thank you, teammate, for that. Yeah, no, foot was better a few weeks ago, so I'm able to work on kind of rehabbing it and getting it back to where it was now. So.
All right, well, that's good news for Ranger fans. Kevin,
yeah,
where are you and how you doing?
I'm in Boston in the Seaport area, about 15 minutes away from my parents and 15 from all my siblings. I actually live directly across the street from Chris. He's right over there. Charlie Coyle lives down there. And I'm actually quarantining with Zach Sanford from the Blues. We've been summer roommates for a couple of years now. I'm kind of slowly losing my mind as well. Play a lot of board games. Go for walks with Wags a lot around the Seaport. Play a lot of Xbox. I'm getting my Xbox back. My gaming squad. And that's really about it. Learned how to cook a little bit.
What are you cooking?
Eggplant parm, chicken Caesar salad, tough, turkey tips. Chris, you'd be impressed. You really would. I know I was more of a go out to eat type of guy, but now we can't do that. So I've been cooking. Yeah.
So wait, you go for walks with him, but you don't cook him dinner?
No, we haven't had dinner together yet. Early on, we played cards together, and then I waxed him in rummy once. He hasn't invited me over.
Second game, buddy.
He hasn't invited me over since. And we play Xbox pretty much every night together with some of our buddies.
Chris Wagner, how you doing? Where are you and who are you with?
Just want to say most of the kids we play Xbox with, we don't even know. It's just friends of friends, but they're really good.
Yeah.
Shout out to those guys who we were just playing with 30 minutes ago. But I'm not doing, same thing as these guys, walking around the Seaport. I saw my parents on Easter, went to Walpole for that. We Zoom, Friday night, family Zooms. Saturday, I did that house party thing with Kyle Palmieri and Cam Fowler and Jeremy Morin. That was pretty funny. Been rollerblading a little bit. Got some new wheels.
Mars blades.
What's that?
Mars blades.
Bauer,
baby.
Bauer rollerblades.
Yeah, they're pretty much your boot now. They're crazy.
Really?
Yeah. But it's kind of hard. Other than that, not much. Playing Xbox, and my girlfriend cooks. I don't cook that much. But that's about it.
That's probably all good. And you also had an injury. You all good now? You ready to roll?
Yeah, I'm fine. I can't even remember what I had. So yeah, I'm all healthy now.
All right, so let's talk about what kind of the theme of this is. So as an outsider, as a New Yorker, I know the Patriots have won a lot lately. The Celtics have all the banners, but when I think of Boston, I think there are two sports in the blood. I think it's baseball and hockey. And I don't know if you guys agree with that, but that's what it seems to me. Chris Wagner, why don't we start with you?
Yeah, I think baseball was really big when I was growing up, or all of us, I guess. And then obviously the Patriots got pretty good when, number 11 got hurt, number 12 came in. Except now he's gone. So I don't know why you're wearing that hat, Kev. I gotta be honest.
We have to be Buccaneers fans now, I think.
I do. I am.
Really?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
I'm here for the rebuild. But yeah, I used to go to Red Sox games probably the most. I think Kevin and I probably went to 10 to 20 together. Yeah, and then today would have been the 11 o'clock marathon game. That was usually a pretty big deal, but yeah, it's crazy the run Boston sports have had, and I've watched pretty much all those championships, and our parents didn't really see many, so it's pretty cool for us to grow up in a city that has such great sports.
Kevin, I mean, it is a hockey place, though, isn't it?
No, for
Boston?
sure. It was a little awkward when I signed with New York, being a huge Boston sports fan, and then even playing in Philly now. Like, there's a bunch of rivalries with Boston sports, and I remember, I think Chris, we were together watching Chris Kreider watching the Bruins when they won that Stanley Cup in Van. I think you were still in school, right? Yeah, I think we were watching that Rogies, and the city was just electric. And I think since then, Bruins fans have been great here. It's definitely turned into a hockey community since they won that cup, and they've been good every single year. They're one of the top teams year in and year out, and they go deep into the playoffs. Last year, I remember when I lost in Winnipeg, I lived in the same building as Wags, and the city was electric every single time that the Bruins games are on, whether it was at the bars or just watching at home. But I think since the Bruins won that cup, it's definitely turned into a hockey town for sure.
And Chris Kreider, I know it's Boston Marathon Day and morning Red Sox game, but I'm told that the college kids in Boston spend Patriots Day other ways. What were some of your favorite Patriots days in Boston when you were at BC?
Oh, Marathon Monday is such a fun day, right? It's just one big celebration. Unfortunately, one of the bigger memories that I have of Marathon Monday was the bombings. I know I had turned pro at that point, but we had a day off and I was back there for all that. So, but yeah, it's a huge celebration. Some people have a little bit too much fun earlier in the day and they're kind of cooked by the afternoon, but it's definitely I think probably the most fun day in Boston, especially as a college kid.
Cried, I sneaky slept in your apartment at the bombing one because I came up with Wit because we were playing Providence and I was on Norfolk still, and I think I was in your apartment. We were like pre-gaming together.
Was it the one in the apartment in the big high rise?
I don't remember. It was like
no kidding, I didn't know that.
Morning guy.
Well, you must have left it pretty clean. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Well, I don't entirely trust Joe Witt staying in my apartment. Last time.
No, it was Steve Witt.
Steve Witt.
Steve Witt I trust. Joe Witt has a propensity for putting turtles inside of refrigerators.
True.
All right, guys, I feel like I'm eavesdropping on a Boston conversation here, and I think I should bring an expert in to carry it from here. So I think we have somebody ready to join.
His name rhyme with.
Here he comes.
Oh, no. I gotta go.
The boys.
Oh my God.
Wait.
My
There
God.
he goes. I'm turning it over. Keith Yandle, it's all yours.
right, now you guys are in
I
trouble.
don't have a FaceTime today.
Yeah, you do now. All right, fellas. First off, how we doing?
What's
What's
up?
up, Keith?
Not bad.
Crides, you look like you're trying out for a Prison Break episode.
Oh,
No, but I'm going to be running the trivia here. We got some trivia questions and some questions for you guys. First question, what does it mean to be a quote-unquote Boston hockey player? It's just, we're not
yeah,
answering.
we're not writing these down.
No,
That's
no.
way
That's
too much writing.
That's later. That's later.
This ain't trivia.
No, this is just questions. I'm hosting now.
You look like a host.
Yeah. Dude, look at my hair. I need a haircut.
No, it's brutal. But to answer your question,
Yeah, we'll go to Kevin first.
Oh, okay.
it's great. I mean, it's very prideful. I mean, there's a lot of Boston guys that are in the NHL, and we're all pretty tight. A lot of us work out together. A lot of us have played together, and we've kind of all had the same upbringing a little bit. And I mean, I know I look forward to every time we play against a guy that's from Boston to catch up with them before or after the game and kind of joke around with them a little bit on the ice. And it's cool to kind of, we all clearly had this dream when we were younger, and whether what your age is, you played against each other or with each other growing up for all these different teams. And now you're both kind of fulfilling your dream and playing in the NHL in front of your family and friends. And I mean, I got to play with Crides for 5 years. Keith, I got to play with you for 2. And it's V's played with us. We take a lot of flack for being from Boston because we all just tell each other how good every Boston guy is every time we play against them. But no, I think it's more of a pride thing where we kind of all grew up together and all spend a lot of time together, and now we get to live our dream together.
Good answer. What about you, Wags? We got 2 Chris's here, so I'll say Wags.
Yeah. Well, playing in the city is a whole nother animal too. I think the fans expect you to play hard. Compete every shift.
Shoot the puck.
I thought that was just New York.
But yeah, it's awesome though, and not just the guys from here, but the fans and people around the city, they respect the game. I feel like they definitely know the game. Massachusetts, except when they're screaming shoot from the 300s and
the stock crew.
Beat the wheels off them.
How about you, Crides?
Yeah, I think I speak for all of us when I say that we played a little bit of everything growing up. But for whatever reason, hockey was we were all more serious about it. We took it more seriously. Even a lot of my buddies who didn't have weren't lucky enough to play for as long as we've played. It was business. I mean, I remember going to a Beantown Classic and playing on Wags line when what were we, 15, 16?
Oh yeah.
Bunch of marquee players, and we're grinding. I'm pretty sure neither of us had a college commitment yet. But I mean, we were dialed in. That's what we wanted to do. And just there's something about it. I don't know if it's just the Boston area, but you take hockey a little more seriously up there.
Good job, boys. How would you describe your towns? Like where you're from? How would you describe their reputation for hockey? And then I'll give you what I think of your guys' town for hockey.
You taking are we going Walpole?
Yeah, Walpole, Boxford, and Dorchester. Like how you would describe your town's team?
Our town's
Go first, Kev.
Our town's team was a bunch of misfits, to be honest, growing up.
Doobie Leary,
Skippy Larry,
Skippy,
all
Judgy.
nicknames. The parents were involved.
That rink is a nightmare too.
Yeah. Just honestly a bunch of misfits that were coached by either a cop or a firefighter or something.
Misfit's dad that was a misfit.
Yeah, exactly.
My brother.
Yeah. And no, it was a lot of fun. I mean, every time where I'm from, every time we would go to a different town, they'd be like, "Oh, here come the kids from Dorchester. They're going to cause some trouble." But we always had pretty good teams. And
I don't remember you guys being good, but I remember
we were great.
you
Couple
worried
states
about
champions.
stealing your wallet or something.
We'd have Big Eddie Noel was the coach. Mr. Mullally, my dad sometimes up on the bench.
He knew a lot
was-
about the game.
It was yeah, it was a blast. So we had
Yeah.
a fun time with it. I still talk to some of those guys.
Oh yeah, nice. Crides, how about you? Growing up in Boxford, a little bit north of is it north or north, right?
Yeah, directly north.
We don't being from the South Shore, where pretty much all of us are from. You don't play Boxford as much because you have to have a passport to go north of the city. But how would you describe Boxford's growing up? Was it town team or did you play for like a select team?
I played for my public high school for a little bit, but I played for the Warriors for a while. Kevin was a year younger than me, so didn't play against Kev a ton, and our team wasn't all that good. So even when Kevin was playing up, we didn't play Kev. I played with Wags a bunch at some of those select tournaments, but we stayed on the North Shore mainly. It was a lot of kids from Malden, Medford, Cambridge, a lot of inner city kids.
Good guys.
Great guys.
Nice towns.
Yeah. Boxford's kind of the boonies though, even though it's only 25, 30 outside of Boston. My dad likes to joke that the town buries the mosquito. It's basically a swamp. It's pretty spread out, but I mean,
Yeah.
we all skated in all those rinks all over Mass. I mean, we're so lucky now. Obviously, the setup we're in, no matter where we are, even if we're practicing on the road, it's night and day from going to Kingsborough or Hockey Town, where there were empty beer cans and cigarette butts in the shower after the Pee Wee games. So
And a chain link fence for glass.
yeah,
That was fun.
Cement wall.
Yeah,
Cement
cement
wall. Yeah, that's right. That was a good rink. But at least you could go to Kowloon's on the way home.
Cafe.
Yeah. Wags, how about you? You got to be the only guy from Walpole to ever even make it to high school hockey, never mind NHL. So what was it? I don't really remember playing Walpole. Actually, I remember playing them in high school when I was at Milton High, but not really too much as a kid.
Yeah, I never played for like Walpole KP. I always played.
Oh yeah, it was King Phillips. Yeah.
Yeah. Played.
So you were on the Kings.
Yeah, I was on the Kings with Kev from ages 9 to probably 15.
There was a few of you guys in the NHL on that team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who else, Kev?
Charlie, he played a little bit with the Kings.
Heard of them?
Connor Brickley might even strapped him up a little bit for the Kings too.
Beauty.
For him.
Nola Chari.
Oh yeah, Noli.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
an
The best.
animal.
Yeah.
He was an
You guys are a
animal.
good team, man.
He would drive up from Rhode Island, hour and a half for practice.
100% he had a minivan.
Oh,
White.
and then he would get 3 Powerades on the way home, and then piss into 2 empty bottles.
Oh yeah, he still does it. Let's keep this clean. I get my family watching. Good answers. Okay, on to the next question. Who were your hockey idols growing up, like Boston guys? Whether they played for the Bruins or,
Like, not from Boston. Can be anyone.
Yeah, it could be, I know, yeah.
I remember watching, because he's kind of my boss, Cam Neely. He was like the first guy I remember watching.
I think you already got your extension. You're fine.
I was looking for another one.
Okay, yeah. Double down.
Yeah, he was scary. He's a scary dude still.
Mm-hmm.
Massive, played hard, physical, scored. So he's the first guy I remember.
Kind of a guy that you play like too. You play hard, get in on the forecheck.
Minus the scoring thing, but
yeah, but goalies were
Hey,
different. maybe.
you're going this way though.
Yeah. Kev, we're gonna go to you last on this one because you've been trying to go first every time. Crides, who was your hockey idol growing up?
A lot of Bruins. Joe Thornton, Bill Guerin for sure. A lot of Ray Bork too. I mean, obviously it was hard when he got traded to the Avalanche, but I remember watching that real closely and rooting for him to win a cup. So
Yeah.
A lot of Bruins. Obviously they weren't as good back then as they are now. And my friends kind of remind me of that whenever the Bruins are in the playoffs and they blow up the group chat, talk about how well the Bruins are doing. So
Yeah, that's always fun. How about you, Kev?
I always loved Jumbo. He was my favorite player growing up, and it's I always love playing the Sharks now too because you get to play against him. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he was one of the best ever
Still is.
play, and it's kind of comes full circle every time we play the Sharks.
Didn't he ask you for a stick after a game?
No, I asked Nash.
Yeah, come on.
No, I don't imagine. I asked Nasher. Nasher asked him, and then he gave it to me, and now I feel like we're best friends, but he probably doesn't even know.
Yeah, he's also one of those guys. You play like him too. Good job using your body, making passes. I'd put him up there as probably the best passer, one of the best passers to ever play. Him and Adam Oates, two Bruins guys. Yeah, and same with you, Kev. Like Jumbo seems like a guy who just has fun every day. It seems like you're trying to do that as well. So those are all good answers. Next question. We're going to start with who hasn't gone first, Crides. Do you think kids growing up around the Boston area dream of playing for the Bruins or just dream of playing college hockey?
Oh, that's a tough one. 'Cause I knew I grew up dreaming of playing college hockey because I thought playing for the Bruins was unrealistic. So when I started getting recruited by BU and BC and had an opportunity to play in the Beanpot, I was over the moon. So I think people probably think playing for the Bruins is a bit of a pipe dream, but college hockey seems a little bit more attainable. So I know I grew up of dreaming of playing college hockey, playing in a Beanpot.
Is there a more overrated tournament than the Beanpot?
I'd say it's underrated.
I'd say it's underrated too.
Okay, all right. The same four teams. It's basically a division game. That's all you call it. But you get a little Beanpot after if you're BC or BU. Actually, Northeastern's been winning it lately, right?
3 in a row, I think.
Yeah, go Hounds. How about you, Kev?
Yeah, I mean, to go with Chris said, I think every kid that plays street hockey wants to play for the Bruins, which is obviously a dream. But once you get a little bit older, I think the more realistic dream is to play college. And I knew when I was starting to get better at hockey, my only dream was to play in the Beanpot. You kind of made it seem like it wasn't a great. Yeah, you kind of made it seem like it wasn't a great dream, but in Boston, it's huge. It's awesome. It's like you said, it's the same 4 teams every year, and I feel like when we're all younger, that's the first 2 Mondays of February. Everyone just watches the Beanpot and then comes into practice or goes to their games on the weekends and talks about the Beanpot. And then when you get older, you get to play in it and you realize how cool it is and how much fun it is if you win. So yeah, I would think that people dream about playing for the Bruins, but it's a pipe dream a little bit. And I mean, Wags is doing it, Charlie Coyle's doing it, Grizzy. It's definitely a long shot, but I would say the more realistic dream for kids around here would be to play college hockey here.
I mean, playing in the Beanpot, you get to play in the Garden.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
16 at home.
Yeah. No,
What did you guys both dream of going to BC? Was that your school you wanted to go to? And if so, who was your guy that you liked growing up playing for those clubs?
BC?
Yeah, because I know growing up, like my era, I loved to watch like Mike Motto and Brian Jonta. Those were my guys.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I always knew I wanted to go to college in Boston. I actually remember Chris was already committed there, and we played him. I think he played for Valley. I was playing for the Dynamos, and I had a scholarship to BC and BU, and I kind of just picked his brain. And my high school line mate and my best friend in high school, Billy Arnold, committed there. And then a couple months later, I committed there. My brother was there, so that made it a lot easier on my parents. But I would say the guy I liked the most, I mean, Brian Jonta was – everyone loved him.
Yeah, he was awesome.
We're kind of a BC person. Let's see who else. That Brock Bradford I used to love. I don't know if he plays anymore, but I used to love watching him. Crowds, did you play with him or no?
I just missed him. Yeah.
He was pretty nasty.
Last year.
Yeah.
Wags, how about you? I know you went a different route with college, not going to a Boston-based school, but as a kid, did you dream of going to the BC, BU, that type thing?
Oh, yeah. I was dying to go to any 4 of them. Barely got recruited, so I skipped that dream and then went on to the next one, playing for the Bruins. I never thought playing for the NHL was realistic until I was probably, like 20 after I got drafted. But, yeah, I always wanted to go to one of the 4 major schools because you grew up going to the Beanpot every single year, with our dad and stuff, and then solo as we got older. But yeah, I barely really talked to any of those schools in my recruiting process. So, but yeah, I think as a kid, you see the Beanpot and you think that's way more realistic than the Bruins are on the next level. So I'd say a lot of kids want to play college hockey.
Yeah, which I bet it's probably changed a little bit now with how many kids are coming out of Boston and Massachusetts to play in the NHL, especially you, Wags, and Charlie, who play for the Bruins that are from there, and Kev, Crides, you guys. It's, I think kids see you guys and definitely are, probably have more of a dream to play in the NHL than, look past even the college route.
Keith, you didn't dream of playing in the Beanpot?
Yeah, you did.
I did. I
wasn't smart enough.
Yeah, no, they couldn't afford me. Yeah, no, I wish I went to Northeastern. I was Mikey Ryan was my guy on the still is, yeah. But I wish I went to Northeastern and kind of did that route. But yeah, the way I went, major junior, I was able to start young and get some years under my belt. All right, next question. This isn't about me.
No regrets.
Yeah, no regrets. So the Boston Marathon's today. I got a question. Actually, you guys can write this one down. What year do you think, this isn't part of the trivia, but what year do you think the Boston Marathon started?
Oh, boy.
Don't say it out loud. Crides probably knows to the date.
Do we say it or do we write it?
Write it.
Jesus.
This is the only one we're writing. Don't cheat, Kev.
Ready?
This is in the
Oh, I
SAT.
haven't wrote anything down.
Just guess, Kev.
Yeah, just guess. What running of the marathon? You know how they always say that?
Yeah.
I'm on.
Eggs, I feel like you know it.
No, is this like Price is Right? Can you go?
Yeah. With you just can't go over.
Mine is so wrong.
All right, we'll see. If you say like 1996, then you're wrong. Okay, go ahead. Let's see him. Wow. I actually don't know the answer, so no, Wags, you're closest. It's the 100. I think it's the 123rd year.
So
you do that.
I think you're off by a year. Yeah, it's 97. Dude,
1897.
you went over, so you lost. Kev, you won.
Yeah. Woo!
Can't go over. All right. Next question. Hazy and Wags, you are both involved in a brewing company. Crides, what is your post game drink of choice? We know these guys are having their IPAs. What's your post game
golden
drink
ale.
of choice?
The golden ale.
I said Crides.
No, I know, but I don't have an IPA.
Oh, what's the difference?
Kev's is heavier.
Okay.
What is yours called, Hazy? The Big Hazy?
Yeah, Big Hazy. Yards. Come on. Everyone support it. Buy it.
Yeah, Hazy's is inspired by Yards Brewing Company, Big Hazy 13, a New England IPA. And Wags is
Don't poke the bear.
Don't poke the bear.
Could you have picked a worse name?
Please talk to Harpoon about that.
Or did Blades pick it, the mascot?
Blades.
Yeah, so Crides, what's your post-game drink of choice?
I think Hazy knows this one.
I mean, it's gonna be
Chocolate milk.
like right after the game, or are we going to like Wilfie and Nelling?
No, if he's sitting at his house after a game trying to relax, go to bed.
Oh, don't.
Are you grabbing an IPA, a glass of wine?
Oh, he would do wine for sure, but if he wasn't doing wine, probably like tequila water.
Guinness, Kev. Come on, man.
Guinness. Oh, Wilfie and Nell Guinness.
I know
Yeah.
you know that.
Okay, so you should maybe get like a dark. Yeah, that'd be a good one for you. It's got some Kreider tendencies. Okay,
What does that mean?
it's strong. It can jump out of pools.
Never shows up on time, apparently.
Yeah. Hey, someone told me a good Cride stories. You guys all know this guy. I don't know if I should put him out there, but
What is his name? Rhyme with?
Jason Katz. Anyways, so he said that Crides invited him over to watch like a Patriots game or something, and then halfway through, Crides ordered food for himself, not for him, and then Crides started eating. He was like, "Oh, did you want something?" And Jason Katz had to order his own food. It's unbelievable. Oh, it's good stuff.
Guys, tell him to come prepared.
Have you seen that guy? There's no chance he's eating what I'm eating.
Yeah, that's true. You could have got him a mozzarella stick or something.
There's snacks in the back.
Okay, Kreider, the Renaissance man, speaks 5 languages, can chirp any Russian in Russian.
I've heard it.
Avid reader, plays guitar, plays piano, plays the sax, and you two have a brewing company. So where on like the spectrum of Boston do you think you guys all kind of fit?
Kraj is probably more in the elite level.
Yeah.
I've actually seen him do all that.
Yeah.
Minus the sax. I haven't seen you play the saxophone. You can do that?
Damn. Do you have a sax on you?
Oh, I hate the sax. I played it for too long.
Really?
Wow.
I've seen the piano. I've seen the guitar. I've seen you speak Russian.
Heard.
What'd you take at school? Spanish?
Took a little Spanish in school too. Yeah.
Wow.
He actually taught himself Russian when Bucci Pavel Buchnevich got to our team because he wasn't really talking to anyone, and Kreitz felt bad for him and learned the language.
I took a little Russian in high
You
school.
knew it before, yeah. Okay, so he's the upper echelon, let's say the high end. Kev, where would you say? Oh, Wags, where would you say Kevin fits in from the blue collar, Boston?
Lunch pail. Kind of, I don't know though. He makes a lot.
Kevin's
of
never
money.
had a job. Never.
Umpire. I was an umpire forever. Had the best strike three call.
Let me see your strike three. All right, that's good.
I'm more blue collar than Kev, I think.
I would
leave
agree
your
with
pumpkins outside.
All three of you grew up white collar.
I used to always stay at Chris's house every Saturday because I'd go to church with him and his family on Sundays. And the first time I went to his house, we were going to bed, and I asked his parents, I said, "Wait, you guys are leaving your pumpkins outside?" Because he lived in Walpole at a cul-de-sac. Like most white
Cul-de-sac.
Is that what it's called?
Cul-de-sac, boy.
What's it called?
Cul-de-sac.
Oh, I don't know what it's called.
Yeah,
And-
nor should you.
Yeah, leave
Hey,
your
always
pumpkins
in street hockey games.
And he was leaving his pumpkins outside, and if we left our pumpkins outside,
Smashed.
man,
Yeah.
I was going to smash them. My parents left them outside.
Hey, his parents fell asleep and you smashed his pumpkin.
They're like, what happened? Kevin?
I don't know. That's weird. Coincidence. Yeah, I'd put you all in like the pretty white collar,
Where would you put yourself?
blue.
No, you lived in Milton. You married a girl from Dorchester.
You went to
Yeah.
Cushing.
Yeah, you went to Cushing.
Yeah,
You,
I didn't even go to prep school.
you were a skateboarder. You had the worst style growing up.
Okay, that just even adds to my blue.
No,
collar.
you were white collar to the T.
Would you go to Gold's Gym today with that water?
Country club.
Country Club, yeah, right. Dad's a truck driver. Okay, what else do we got here? I think that's it. I think we can go on to the trivia. I think I'm joining in on the trivia.
Wow.
Probably going to crush it, but
Yeah,
You
you're
know
gonna
all
be a
questions.
contestant.
no, I don't know the
I
question.
can't. I don't even got my phone here.
All right. I hate to break up this conversation. And I think what we should do is after the end of the call, you guys just stay on, talk to each other, and we'll get everybody else off. But for now, because we put so much work into it and our graphics guys, we got to do this. So we're going to do a Boston-based trivia question. You got your pens and paper handy. We're going to see what you guys all know about Boston. So look at the first screen. Well, there's the presentation screen.
Nice. Wow.
Okay. All right, here we go. It's Patriots Day. Which two battles named after local towns opened the Revolutionary War and are marked on Patriots Day? Well, that was poorly read.
Oh my
What are the opening two battles of the Revolutionary War?
It doesn't have to be spelt right?
No, well, we'll give you extra points for spelling.
Oh, Kev, you don't say it out loud.
Yeah.
All right, 5 seconds. 5,
I only got
4,
one.
3,
I really
2, 1. All right, hold them up.
Oh, wow. That's pretty good, Wags.
Yeah, I only have Bunker Hill.
I got nothing, so I'm not going to
think
put my
it's-
answers up. I have three.
I think
minutes.
Wags is right.
Show them the answer.
I think we're all right.
No,
Wow,
Lexington
wow.
and Concord. Come on, boys.
Well, that's Crides' neck of the woods. He should have got that.
All right.
Oh, that was
Who said the British are coming? The British are coming. Come on, it's an easy one.
It's my guy.
Your guy.
Paulie R.
All right, we got that one. All right, that's easy. Now we got a harder one for you.
Ooh.
Who said, "Give me liberty or give me death"?
Kristen.
Oh, and a friend. All right, everybody ready to go?
Hold on.
What does that mean, Kev? What's
John
JQA?
Quincy Adams.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
John
Is that right?
Quincy. No, that is not correct.
Yeah. Right.
Patrick Henry.
Oh, Patty.
Oh,
Patty.
son owns the Red Sox.
All right. Now we'll do one that it's an easy and a hard. Two pictures. You should be able to identify these two people. Ready?
Oh,
Come on. One's easy, one's hard.
Oh, jeez.
The guy on the left's my guy.
Yeah.
I don't know who these people are.
I don't look
Oh,
like
come on.
there's a guy on the right.
Going with John Quincy again. I don't know.
5,
Yeah, I think
4,
so too.
3, 2, 1.
Wait,
All
wait,
right.
time out.
Yeah, I'll do
No.
it.
Ben Franklin.
John Adams, yeah, baby.
John Adams, not John Quincy Adams.
No, it's John Quincy Adams. That's him.
his cousin.
His middle name's
Okay.
Quincy, where Kevin's from.
Ha! What do we have next?
Oh,
All right,
the
here we go.
legend.
Now all right.
Next
Who are these two guys?
That's my brunkle right there.
Who's the other guy?
Oh, come
Are
on.
you serious?
I'm just joshing.
Are you though?
I hope
5,
it's right.
4,
Hold on. I gotta spell it.
3,
Jesus, what do you have? The quickest answers ever?
2, 1. What do we got? Everybody got Larry Bird, right? Anybody get Bill Russell?
Yeah,
Everyone wrote Larry Bird's real name too.
Larry Legend.
Larry
Oh, there we
Legend.
go. All right. Next. Who are these two guys?
You know, Big Poppy.
Y'all ready?
Don't try to
Wait,
cheat,
time out.
Crides.
Wait.
They don't know him.
Who can anybody spell him? That's the question.
Oh no, nickname only.
It's like,
Oh, yes.
Now you just gave it away.
I have it. I already wrote it. My hand's up
All
here.
right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Did Crides spell it right?
Did I spell it right?
Yes.
oh, I got no Z. Damn.
I have YASTR. I have no Z. Those are Z's.
Spell Buzz.
All right. Next one.
Oh, the GOAT.
Yeah, but who's the other guy?
Oh man.
What year is that?
Come on, this guy's a 2-time Super Bowl MVP.
Really?
Yes.
Is he on Boston Sports Radio now?
Does he?
Is that Zolak?
Is it?
Nah. He's dude.
Oh, he looks like a beer leaguer, that
Oh,
guy.
I'm going with Zolak. I don't know.
Boy. Everybody else got their
Bill
answers in?
Parcells?
I got nothing. I'll say so.
Oh.
Bill Parcells?
Oh,
Jim Plunkett.
Oh, I
Come
knew
on.
that. I knew that.
Jiminy Plunkett.
I
Come
thought
on.
he
You
said
guys are getting cocky now, so it's time for the New York guy to slide something in. I just wanted
boy.
to see, that guy.
Oh, nice.
So we had that.
I thought for sure
Look,
you
the
were
host has to have some fun too.
Is that
And
Will Ferrell?
yeah, I could be really mean and show these next two guys, but I won't show them.
The
All right.
great Bam.
So let's move on to the next one.
Oh, you said the great Bambi.
All right, next one. It's a little bit zoomed in, but what is this?
Oh, I got it.
Oh,
I get it.
easy.
All right. Everybody got it? What is it? Audio stature. All right. We're good.
You can actually see my uncle in that picture.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, I was at the game with my grandfather and my.
Oh, I thought you meant.
That's a nice little history lesson
That's a
for the
good
kids
one.
back home.
All right. Now let's see what you really know about Bruins stuff. What is this?
Oh, if you don't know this.
We need to know his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would help.
Can't just write goalie mask.
God.
I don't know his name. I forget.
You know it, right? Oh, it's with a G?
No.
Chevron.
Yeah.
Jerry Cheevers.
You say Jerry?
Jerry Cheevers.
Barry. He wrote Barry.
Ugh. All right. I think we have one last one. This one's gonna be, let's see.
Yeah.
4 Boston area movies. Try to name all 4.
Okay.
Here we go, Joey Mack.
Anybody get number 4?
I got no idea what number 4 is.
So I'll give you a hint.
That's the girl from Kristen.
Chris. So Ryan O'Neal played a Harvard hockey player in this movie.
Oh, has he become a figure skater? Is it that one?
No.
I don't know.
All right, we ready?
Oh,
5, 4,
1970.
2, 1. There it is. What we got? Anybody get the last one?
no.
Oh.
I don't
It's
support
probably
Harvard.
trash, anyways. Wahlberg wasn't in it. It's trash.
All right, guys, that was terrific. That was a lot of fun. Except for the Eli pictures and Babe Ruth and Bucky Dent. Let's close this up. You guys have been so generous with your time. I'd just like you to go around and let each of you just say something maybe to your home market fans, Boston fans, and hockey fans in general who are just dying to see you back on the ice. And let's start with Chris Wagner.
First off, stay home, guys. Stay safe. So this ends sooner rather than later. But I think we all feel pretty normal at this point, staying home and just hanging out. We're in it together, and eventually we'll be over, and we'll be back on the ice soon enough.
Okay, Kevin Hayes.
Yeah, like Chris said, stay home, stay safe. I miss going to the Wells Fargo every day to play in front of our fans. It's only been there for a year, but it's been unbelievable, and we want to come back just as much as you do. And in order for that to happen, we all have to do our part. And so just stay home, stay safe, and I miss you guys. We'll be back soon, hopefully.
Chris Kreider.
Yeah, I guess just echo what those
Say it
guys.
in Russian. Say it in Russian.
Stay home, stay safe. Yeah, hopefully we're back soon. We miss playing as much as you guys miss watching. But if we go about it the right way, hopefully we'll be back sooner rather than later.
And my co-host, Keith Yandle.
Yeah, same thing. Just I know we all miss going to the rink every day and playing, and playing in front of the fans. And I think if everybody does their job, like they say in New England area, do your job and do your part. Just stay home, stay distance from people, and we'll get this taken care of.
Well, thanks again, guys. Keith, thanks so much for jumping in. Hard for a New Yorker to have fun with 4 Boston guys in a room, but this worked out. And I really, really, really thank you for your time. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in today. This was great. Good afternoon.
Thanks, John.
Thank you.